Thank you, Mr. President. I'd like to invite out onto the floor the search and rescue teams that assisted with my niece's search this summer. If they could come on out onto the floor, that would be helpful. Yes, come on up. You need them in? They have with them the 5 of the dog teams. Yes, come on out and just stand here in front of the Senate. And you can come around this front circle area here. Today we have the privilege of honoring the search and rescuers who answered the call for help. Colleagues, we have with us today Jon Harding and his wife and his family, Ellen Mortensen, Annie Castiel, I'm going to make sure I get these pronunciations correct, Colette Dagelberg and her dog Chapter, Jan Hawley with her dog Scout, Marie Ginman with her dog Guinness, Joe Jennings with his dog Gunny, Paul Terry DeLong with his dog Taylor. We also have Jon and Michelle Schmidt, Julie Anderegg, and my family, Kathy and Jerry Anderegg, Jesse Anderegg, David Anderegg, and Lita Anderegg, all representing the family. Other volunteer searchers who were unable to attend with us today, but who we would be remiss if we did not acknowledge, are Kevin Eubank, Opie John with his dog Olaf, David Forker with his dog Loki, Elizabeth Hall with her dog Rue. It was Rue, after the initial signals to get us to that area, it was Rue and her team that found my niece. Also Chad Knowles and Lydia McGranahan, who was with Rue and her handler. We also need to recognize the El Nino Foundation, who helped to provide financial assistance for these search and rescue efforts. In addition to these brave men and women here recognized today, there were over 1,000 volunteer searchers who came from all over the country and who sacrificed and gave of their time and talents in these search efforts. On October 16th, our granddaughter, and niece, Annie Schmidt, went missing in the Oregon mountains up the Columbia River Gorge at a popular hiking spot named Munro Point. The search for Annie began in earnest on the 20th of October. Volunteer searchers came from all over the country. Our first big search efforts were unsuccessful. And on October 26th, Multnomah County Search and Rescue called off the official search. And after returning to Utah and counseling as a family, it was decided that we would redouble our efforts. Jon Harding took up the challenge. He helped organize the family search efforts and the efforts of volunteer searchers who continued to offer aid and assistance. Around the early part of November, Miss Annie Castiel contacted the family and offered to help organize search and rescue dog teams to come and help with the search. She and Colette Dagelberg contacted many dog teams, but most turned us down. There were, however, 8 dog teams who answered the call. They came from all over the western United States. They came from Montana, from Wyoming, from Idaho, from Arizona, and from Utah. They arrived in Oregon on November 9th and began the search the next day. On November 10th, 3 of the dog teams signaled interest that they had detected something on the northeast side of Munro Point. The following day, our focused search led Rue to find our Annie. On behalf of the family, and to be honored by the great state of Utah, allow us through this citation to say thank you.
Thank you, Senator Anderegg, and thank you for your help in bringing closure to the Anderegg family.